Hello everyone, I am Arume Sania. I am excited to present my Unity project in Unity 2D project called HitMe game. It is a modern recreation of a classic arcade game where players control the paddle and a bouncy ball to the and the two brick breakers. My aim is to focus on the development was to make the gameplay smooth and responsive and virtually satisfying with the realistic physics and also clear sound with the feedback interaction. Now I will be showing my now I will be showing my gameplay. This comes my gameplay. So let me walk through. Let me show my Gameplay. The player uses the left and right. Player player uses the left and right arrows to move the paddle smoothly across the screen. I have clearly tuned the movement speed to make it feel responsive but controlled. The paddle stops instantly when you release the key, giving the players price control. Let me show you this. Now next comes why I design it this way is I designed the paddle to use the direct position translation rather than laying entire on physics, ensuring instant, precise, and response to the player input. The color scheme and the simple background help the player to focus on the ball and the bricks. Sound causes were added to enhance the engagement and the gives player immediate feedback and their interaction. Let me show with this sound. This is what it shows. The challenges was the challenges what I learned and how I fixed is the paddle was falling due to gravity. The solution set the rigid body set the rigid body 2D gravity scale is equals to 0 and freeze the y axis. And next uh, ball getting struck on the paddle, adjust the colliders on the bouncy angles was the solution. Challenge was paddle was not moving smooth. Solution was switch to transform dot translate with the time delta dot time, and the sound delay was the challenge. Triggered the sound via collision events instead of update of the loop. The problem I faced was the main challenge I faced was preventing the paddle from the dropping due to the gravity. I solved this by disabling the gravity and freezing the y axis in the rigid body 2D settings. Also fine tuned the paddle movement logic to achieve a smooth free lag and the response to the user input.
Now I will be showing audio, fonts, materials, perhaps scenes, scripts, sprites, tests, and Test Mash Pro and the packages, how these all helped me to develop the Hit Me game in a Unity engine. Now the level 1 begins.
Now comes the technology used. What the technology I have used? to develop the to for the development of the stack. The first is Unity engine. The game engine was about Unity 2019 version. We used C hash language. We have used the C hash languages, and the tools was VS Code. And the Unity for the audio, we have used Unity audio source, and the art was basic scripts and the Unity UI engine. The entire game was built using the Unity 2019 version with the C hash. I used 2D physics components to handle all the collisions, logic, and the simple scripts assets for the visuals. And the last, as I showed the gameplay through this project, I learned how to integrate Unity physics engine, how to handle input events, and the design engaging user in feedback with the sound and animation. At the last, I would like to thank Shivanagowda sir for giving me this wonderful opportunity to develop the Unity HitMe game, and for his valuable guidance throughout this assignment. Thank you, sir.